Have you ever wondered if it's possible to create something truly impactful in just 5 days? Even if you have absolutely no money to invest and no prior experience in coding or app development? Imagine starting with nothing. No savings, no fancy gadgets, not even a basic understanding of how to write code. Could you still build something that matters? Most people, if you ask them, would probably laugh and say it's impossible. They tell you that you need resources, connections, and a lot of luck. But I'm here to show you that with the right mindset, it's absolutely possible to defy those expectations. My name is Rohan. I'm 16 years old, and just a week ago, I was just another student living in a small town, going about my daily routine, never imagining I'd be able to make a difference. Today, I've built an app that's actually helping local shopkeepers manage their businesses more efficiently, right here in my own community. I didn't have a team to back me up, no investors to fund my idea, and not a single rupee to spend on expensive software or courses. All I had was a big dream, a lot of curiosity, and access to a free online tool that anyone can use if they're willing to learn. I saw hard-working Kirana store owners in my neighborhood struggling every day with outdated systems, losing precious time and money just trying to keep track of their sales and inventory. This story is for anyone who's ever felt like they don't have enough money, enough knowledge, or enough support to chase their dreams. Remember, your passion, your willingness to learn, and your determination are the most powerful tools you'll ever have. So join me as I take you through my 5-day journey, from being an ordinary student to becoming a problem solver for my community. Let's see how far you can go when you start with nothing but a dream. It all started at Gupta Uncle's Kirana shop, a place I'd visited almost every day since childhood. The shop was always bustling with people, the shelves stacked with everything from biscuits to spices, and the familiar sound of the bell above the door ringing as customers came and went. But behind the counter, I noticed Gupta Uncle's daily struggle with a messy handwritten ledger. He'd flipped through pages filled with scribbles, trying to keep track of who owed what. Customers would argue over payments, sometimes insisting they'd already paid, while he tried to recall the details from memory. Lost records meant lost money, and every mistake chipped away at his hard-earned profits. The stress was visible on his face, especially at the end of a long day. As I spoke to other shopkeepers in the neighborhood, I realized this wasn't just his problem. Every shopkeeper I met faced the same chaos. Each one had their own stack of worn notebooks, each one worried about missing payments or forgotten debts. These paper notebooks led to endless confusion, heated disputes, and real financial loss. Torn pages, faded ink, and missing entries made it nearly impossible to keep things straight. Many of them dreamed of a simple digital solution, something as easy to use as their trusted notebook, but far more secure and organized. They wanted a way to protect their hard work and avoid unnecessary stress. That's when the idea hit me. Right there in the middle of the shop, surrounded by the noise and the chaos, I realized there had to be a better way. What if I could build an app that let them track sales and manage credit, all with just a few taps on their phone? Something that would make their lives easier, save them time, and help them grow their business. I was just 16, with no experience in building apps or running a business, but seeing their struggle lit a fire in me. The problem was clear, and the solution seemed obvious. I knew I had to try, no matter how difficult it seemed. My 5-day mission began with planning, not coding. I knew that if I wanted to build something meaningful in such a short time, I had to be strategic. So, I spent the first evening mapping out my goals, breaking down the big idea into small, manageable steps. I asked myself, what does a shopkeeper really need from an app like this? I sketched out the app as if I were a shopkeeper. Add customers, record sales, see total credit. I imagined the daily challenges they face and tried to put myself in their shoes. My notebook quickly filled with rough wireframes and lists of must-have features. Simplicity was key. Only essential features made the cut. I resisted the urge to add fancy extras, focusing instead on what would actually help someone run their shop more smoothly. That's when I found Glide, a free no-code platform that builds apps from Google Sheets. It felt like the perfect fit for my limited budget and tight timeline. I watched a few tutorials and realized I could bring my idea to life without writing a single line of code. I set up columns for customer names, items, prices, and payment status. It was simple but powerful. Each row told a story and every detail mattered. Connecting it to Glide, my app started to take shape. I watched as my spreadsheet transformed into a real, interactive tool right before my eyes. Each day, I improved it, adding dashboards, color codes, and bigger buttons based on feedback. I tested it myself, then asked friends and family to try it out, jotting down every suggestion. I added a WhatsApp reminder feature so shopkeepers could send payment reminders instantly. This small addition made a huge difference, making the app feel truly useful in real life. The real test came when I showed Gupta Uncle. He's run his shop for decades, and I knew his opinion would be honest and practical. His feedback, like adding a search bar, made the app even better. He pointed out things I'd never thought of, and together, we brainstormed ways to make the app more user-friendly. Suddenly, it wasn't just my project, it was ours. The app became a collaboration, shaped by real-world experience and genuine needs. Every improvement was driven by real needs. I learned to value feedback, to watch closely how people actually use the app, and to keep refining it. I learned to listen, adapt, and keep things simple. The process taught me that the best solutions often come from paying attention to the smallest details. In just days, my idea became a working tool. Proof that with the right mindset, even a shoestring budget can turn a dream into reality. Day 3 nearly broke me. A bug in the credit calculation crashed the app and frustration took over. I wanted to quit, convinced I was in over my head. But I remembered why I started. Shopkeepers like Gupta Uncle needed this. I took a break, then broke the problem into smaller steps. Tutorials and forums helped me spot a simple spreadsheet error. Fixing it taught me the real lesson: perseverance beats talent. Failure isn't the end, it's just a detour. Day 5 was Judgment Day. I polished the design, added a logo, and nervously installed the app on Gupta Uncle's phone. He made his first entry, smiled, and said, "This is so simple." The WhatsApp reminder amazed him. By evening, 3 local stores were using my app. In 5 days, with no code and no money, I built something real that helped real people. Seeing their relief was my reward. Technology isn't just for big companies. It can solve everyday problems for anyone. If you have a dream, start now. Don't wait for permission or money. Your journey starts today.